You do the right when the next neighbour brings you a cup of tea.
Change, we'll try and rectify the faults as we go. We'll go around taking the sockets off.
A quick look upstairs, there's so much damp on the walls here. I mean, look at that. Look at that, it's so wet, so wet. Right, good morning, it's John back at Multico once again. We've got a job we're going back to, which is an EICR from last year. The tenant's only just moved out, so we're going to go in there and fix a few problems. We've got, I think, 3 or 4 C2s we need to look at. There's a problem on the socket circuit with no continuity on the earth. We have a drop neutral on the lighting upstairs. The fuse board needs swapping over. There's no RCD protection, and the incorrect breaker sizes for some of the cables as well. When we were here last time for the EICR, we did alter the circuit run a little bit just to give them the right protection for a couple of the radial circuits they had. So it's been it's nearly a year. It was March last year we come to do this, but we haven't been able to get back in because there's been issues with the tenants. They didn't want anyone coming in to do the work through COVID and all that sort of thing. So they've now left. We've now got new tenants going to be moving in soon. So the decorators in at the moment. We're going to go in and change the board, find them faults. I'm on my own today because Cam's not here. He's off for the next few days. So it's Friday, so we're probably going to have to come back in Monday and finish a few bits off because I doubt I'll be able to get through all the faults and do the board swap on my own. And then we'll have to retest everything again as well because it's been such a long period of time before since the last one rather. So yeah, we'll go inside. I'll set up a camera, set up a tripod, and hopefully we'll be able to get some good footage this time. We'll swap the board over and talk about what the faults we got, and we'll go from there. Just getting the tools in, getting set up. This is the fuse board we're going to have to swap over. As you can see, we've got board here needs to come out. We've got an armoured cable that's just been lashed in at the top, and we've also got looks like it could be a link supply for next door. It comes out the ground. We've got the 2 cables here, and this is our 1 fig 9 metre. We're going to upgrade the meter tails as well. Right, as you can see, we've just got decorators in doing a few bits. This light's not looking too healthy. We've got a few things going on like that. Drop pendants. A quick look upstairs, there's so much damp on the walls here. I've never seen something so damp. I know we did originally think it was through the guttering, but that's been checked. That seems okay, but this wall here as well is full of damp. They've put some treatment on. They checked the gutters, but apparently there used to be air bricks in here that have been covered over, and obviously the old tenants never used to have the windows open, and because of that, and the heating was on very often, it's caused a massive damp build up. So we're just going to try and get this light working up here. We've got this one here with no neutral in it last time we checked. Bathroom light, could do swapping for an IP. We'll recommend that, get that sorted out, and just give it just a bit of a once over really. Give the property a good check over once we've done the board change. We'll try and rectify the faults as we go. We'll go around taking the sockets off, chasing out the earth bowl. It's probably going to be a loose connection or something's not been tightened up. There's been a few sockets changed by looks of it over time, what aren't the original sockets, so I hazard a guess that they're probably going to be the ones that have caused the problem because someone's done a bit of DIY, or they've had a maintenance guy come out and from the property agent and just swap it over after you quite find out everyone's a bit of a handyman. But yeah, they're going to give this a good tidy up. See how much damp's on the wall though. I mean, look at that. Look at that, it's so wet, so wet. Right, so then we're going to be using the fuse box board. We've got some RCBOs there ready to go, so we'll get that swapped over. Again, we just need to sort out what's going on with these cables. I think what we might do is we'll drop off the we'll bring some trunking out here and probably set the board up here somewhere, maybe stand it off the wall. The other option is we move it over somewhere else and maybe put it on this wall here, but it's a little bit low. We'll have to have a workout and see what's going to be the best option for us here, because there's not a great deal of room, as you can see, and it's a bit of a mess as well. So we'll see what we can get sorted out on this, and hopefully we can pull it all together and make something that's going to be quite nice. And hopefully we won't have to extend these cables with a bit of luck. We can just, if we move that over there, we should be able to maybe put the board in without extending too many cables. But we'll get it all out, we'll get it stripped out, labelled up, and we'll cut back in a minute. Right, let's get this stripped out. mean, if you look at that, like, that's pretty shocking the way it's been done. Just been obviously DIY and put in there. Armour's just sitting in there like that. No glanding whatsoever. But unfortunately, you see this all the time. Armour's put in like that. It's not uncommon. So yeah, it's not great. You know you're doing right when the next door neighbour brings you a cup of tea. Right, let's get the board on. Right, just before we get the board mounted up, I think what we're going to do, because we're going to be a bit limited on the ring we've got here, we're going to bring the tails in from the top, so they'll sweep round and go straight to the meter here. That's really look the best. And then what we'll do is, now we line the holes up, we're going to bang some penny washers in between the on these on the board where the screws are going through, just to give it a good bit of bite. The plaster's a bit crap here, so we just sort of going to put some 12-inch screws in, and then that should bite it back nicely. So we'll crack on, get it mounted up. I actually bought 2 or 3 drill sets over Christmas, and I really should change this to the new one, but you know when you just loosen an old tool and you don't want to let go of it, so I'll just keep putting some tape on. I should get the bit swapped over really, and I could use my extension bit to do the board, but stuck in my old ways. Right, and so we've got the board mounted up now. I'm just going to quickly show you where we're at. Bit of a change of plan on a few things, so how we're going to do it. So originally I was going to put a whisker box here and terminate the armour in, but it's a bit silly because I can go straight into the middle but the top, so that's going to loop up and go in there. We've got a piranha nut to go in. We're going to bring this cable down into the top, then we're going to strip all these cables out and get them prepped and labelled in, and then we'll change the main earth up to a 16 as well, and then we'll come back to here on Monday and we'll put an end cap on that just to tidy it up a little bit, but it's already looking better than it was, so we'll crack on. Right, things were going all right until we just got the tester out to do some end-to-end tests, just checking the R1 R2s. Come back from calibration a couple of weeks ago, something like that. All fine, except we had a couple of faulty leads. We bought another set of leads, and it's been all right since then. But today, I don't know what's going on with it. You try and take a reading, and every 2 seconds, it's like 1 minute it's zeroed out, and you've got a nice reading at 0.23 or something like that. Check it on the 2 cables, absolutely fine. Check it on the next one, and the next 2 seconds later, you've checked it again. It's up to like 1 ohm or something. It's lost its calibration. I don't know what's going on. We thought it was the ports on the back of it because it had a heavy use last year. We were really, getting through it. It was the main tester we were using with the EICRs. So 150 odd of them plus all the other normal testing we were doing. So it had a lot of use. So I thought, well, new set of leads. We should sort it all out, and it passed in the calibration just other than the lead. So you think it'd be all right, and the ports in the back of it. But that's the only thing I can think of. It's just the ports. I'm not even moving them, but you move the cable around a little bit. 1 second you've got a reading, and there's the cable's all zeroed out. Next minute you haven't. So I don't know what. I don't know. So just carry on getting the board together now. I'm going to get the hold of a second tester. I've got the old one knocking about in the container, so we're going to pick that up and hopefully we'll get that back on. But luckily the house is empty, decorator's not here, so we'll get the board all finished off today. I won't bang the power back on just yet, we'll just leave it because I just want to make sure that the tester, it's not the tester playing up or anything like that. So yeah, we'll leave it for now. I'll go and get a spare tester and
we'll try and get it all fixed today. If not, we'll come back Monday.
So, been to get the other tester out of the unit. You think, yep, spare tester, it's not been used for a while. It's sitting in there. Get it out of the box. Batteries are flat. All right, put some new batteries in. Will it come back to life? No, just an error. Just an error on the screen. So, had to go and order another tester. Earned some money on the job and then spent a load on another tester. So, yeah, it's Good Friday, really, isn't it? So we'll catch up. We'll catch up in a little bit. I'll show you a shot of the board in a second. Add a few bits in, so I'll probably put this on one video. But we'll be back here on Monday probably to do the end-to-end tests and sort everything out. So yeah, see you in a minute. Right, we've got the board mounted up. All the cables are in. Everything's connected in. So let me just quickly show you this. So we've got our meter tails back in. That's all powered back up. I've checked the polarity on the meter tails down here, and I've checked the earth's all good and everything like that with the normal multimeter. But yeah, because we have got the tester, there's an issue with the tester going on. I'm not going to energise the board up just yet because we've still got an earth continuity fault on the sockets. So we're going to leave that off for the time being. I've got the key for the place, so there's no one going to be coming in here in the meantime. So we'll leave that off. We've also got the trunking run along the bottom. That worked out quite well considering what we had before where the cable was just looped across. So that's really tidied it up, to be fair. A little bit of filling to do down the side. I said the only bit thing I didn't like about the board, the way it's coming, because I didn't want to extend the tails, the earth anymore, because I thought it'd be better not to have an extra joint in when we don't need to. We've had to run it at a slight angle just down there, so they're not all as neat as I wanted them to come up, because I normally have them sweeping up nicely into the back, but I just can't do it. The rest of the cables come out quite well. You didn't have to extend any of these are just about long enough. And we've connected the gas and water bond. That's a shared bond. It's continuous through in there, so that's not going to be an issue. The other thing is we got the armour glunded in correctly. We sorted out the sheath. We put a prime on the back of it, so that's all been done. And then we've run in a bit of Copex just down there to tidy up that cable coming into the board for the radial circuit what we had. And also the meter tails are in and they come around here, but it's quite tight because as you can see it's in a bit of a low spot in the cupboard. It's actually quite low to the ground, so we're a bit tight as to what we can do. Looks like they've took a door out here, what was here before. I think it should have been a cupboard here. But they're just going to be using it as storage anyway. So it's looked much better than what it was before, much tidier, much safer. So we're going to start wrapping a few tools up, I think, and then call it a day. But all in all, good job considering for a nice little fuse board swap in a rental property. What they had before, rewirable fuses, so an RCBA board now, full SPD protection for the surge. So yeah, we're going to have a little tidy up and then we'll probably catch up with you on Monday.